Oh! Why, hello. I was expecting a little bit of privacy, but I suppose I can show you how we built this tub. Let's take a little tour here. So this is the tub that we made. Right here, what we did was we used 3/4 inch marine grade plywood to create the core for it. This is it in its current state before it goes to get skinned by the guy that does stainless steel. So if you come over here and we look at some of the shape here. Right now Natalia is standing in the hallway and we've gone ahead and cut the shape of our tub, which wasn't going to be a regular rectangle. We wanted to cut out a little corner here so that we had walk room. So it's this walk room right here. This allows us to get in and out of our hallway with ease because we're doing a side hallway, not a central hallway. So first thing we did was we cut the base. Well, once we figured out what we were going to do as far as measurements wise. Got the base, and my dad had actually drawn out how all of these pieces were going to go together. If you come over here, you can kind of see some of the joinery right here. We've got one piece of plywood here, a second piece of plywood here, and then the corresponding 1 and 2 pieces of plywood coming together here. So what he did was he drew everything out on the actual main piece on the floor and figured out how the corners were gonna go. And some of the things to note here is we went ahead and we put in a whole bunch of screws into the corners. So we're pulling this piece of plywood into this one and corresponding this piece of plywood into this one as well. Then we also went ahead and screwed all of these pieces together. So then it's sandwiching the 2 pieces together right here. Now for the corners we were putting this beveled like rounded edge on here, and we wanted to make sure that when we did that we didn't have to sand down screws because we were using a belt sander and a palm sander, orbital palm sander, in order to do this. So what we originally did was we screwed in from the opposite side in here just to kind of get it tacked into place here, and then down along there, and then right here down along here. Then once we had constructed this and this was all beveled down, again these were screwed together, sandwiching these pieces together so it brings it all nice and tight. Once this was sanded down, then we actually trimmed down some, I believe, 1.25 inch screws so that they were more like about 1 inch long. Used a grinder just to take the tips off of them, and we used those to send the screws in directly through the first sheet of plywood into this back one, and we wanted to make sure that we weren't piercing through on this side. So let's kind of some of the key designs that we did on this. This is again just 3/4 inch plywood, 2 pieces on each side, 1 piece on the base, and then from the base, once we kind of got these set up, we screwed them down on the base, screwed them together here, and then once we got the basic shape all formed, really started firming it up with more screws. So that's just a little bit on what we did for this tub. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it and can take some inspiration from this and make your own. we're just gonna skin this in stainless steel, and then hopefully we'll have a good watertight structure. You guys have a good one.
I don't know what you're doing.
So do you want me to use that beginning scene, or
No.
no?
Are you gonna take your shirt off?
Nobody wants to see that one.
Come on, do it.
No, not happening. Keeping it clean here.
Show off your body.